All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about the Delphi case again. Who was it? Was the footage even real? Did somebody get their hands on that phone and edit things before it was found? It's very possible. Was stuff downloaded onto it? Very possible. Now, there was a lot of suspects in the Delphi case, folks. I'm not going to lie to you. There was a lot, right? But in order to do something like that, you would have to know how to edit. You would have to know how to do that. And could it be done within a couple hours, three, four? Well, you have to remember they searched that place, no girls, right? That's what they're claiming. So if that's true, then they had from 1:30, anywhere between 12 o'clock in the afternoon until 11 o'clock the next day. Is it capable? Is it plausible, possible? Someone did. Now, I know a lot of people are coming down on Greeno. Well, Greeno admitted that he did go back to the crime scene, whether it was that night to help look or look for something. And I think he said he found a phone or something up there. But my question is why did he go back? And they didn't find the body. And were there others? Did they cover it up because maybe some of these suspects did have family within the police force, right? That's why we're getting harassed and stuff. Did they have people within the lab, which Greeno admitted to that? Whether it's true or not, I don't know. But that would explain why a lot of lab stuff was mixed up or not tested. And yo, hello, Miss Debbie. I'm just relaxing. I'm charging. Look at my UFO. Everyone was like, "Is that the thing we seen flying around?" It's charging. It'll shut off once it's fully charged. The green light will go off, and she'll be ready. But yo, Miss Debbie Fox. Now, folks, these people are everywhere. I even got them within my own family that I didn't know. Right, embedded friends. Right, that thought they knew that were being fed lies. Moles is what I call them. Right. I got about 4 or 5 of them myself. So, yeah, pretty crazy. Could this whole thing have been manipulated? It sure could have. It sure could have. Could it have been somebody that was totally different and didn't even look like the real bridge guy? It sure could have. But they will find out, folks. They will find out exactly what's going on, which I think they already have a pretty good clue of the people involved and what they, the photo, the video. And, the police did say Bridge Guy might not have had nothing to do with it. And Bridge Guy might not be Voice Guy, and Voice Guy might not be Bridge Guy. Like I said, on this channel, we had, I don't know, 5 to 7 people as Bridge Guy and just the same amount as Voice Guys. So it's going to get crazy, folks. I mean, we just had an earthquake out south or out west and hunkered down because that was one real that was the fault line giving way. That's why it was so loud. So there's going to be another one. It's going to be, let's get our disaster teams ready. Get the disaster teams ready because we might need them. We also seen a shocking video today of Michael Cohen, the great Michael Cohen, a lawyer, who somebody called in a couple favors, and Michael went through all of his documentation, which Michael had all that. Mr. Cohen had all that information. He was the top guy that Trump turned to. And he did not find Mr. Ernie Shell in any military or anything like this. And you've seen the video today. He said Mr. Shell does not exist. And it was all fabricated and ooh, yikes. We showed you that early this morning. Yeah, what a kind of a world did he get himself in? I don't know. Like I said, we can only help so much once we found out that he's not a real USA veteran, meaning he never left this country and fought in a war. That's a veteran, right? They left the country and went and seen active duty, fired upon and stuff. Them are the veterans. There's no record of that, right? A lot of people saying they know. We told the government, hey, they're out here using his name, right? They're doing very bad stuff, and then they're throwing Trump's name on top of it. And we got a couple of them out here in this small town, and they're everywhere, right? This ain't ever going to end, folks, until every single one of them are picked up. Maybe, I don't know, maybe they were under orders from Trump, but, uh, you know, that information will be released. I had to run over to my mother's and do some stuff. I just got back chilling. Miss Fox, how are you doing today? Boy, the world is crumbling around these people that thought they were somebody and they're not. Thank God we made, or somebody, not me, but somebody made some calls up and actually got documentation of really what was going on. And it seems to be that Mr. Shell just wasn't what he said he was. It's horrible. It's horrible. But like I said, we tried to help him once we found out that it was false information and there is no task force and it was all these people are using. I was like, this is perfect for the movie. And that's what we did was our movie. And it's working great. Everything's right on time. Right? They will arrive by keeping the dream alive. Uh, Miss Fox, is there anything you want to say? Is there anything you need to say? Let me see what Miss Fox is saying. I'm good. Listening to the Zodiac Killer on Netflix. Oh my God. We've noticed that some of these people who claim they don't like horror and gory and all kinds of stuff. Miss Fox is now watching Zodiac Killer. Was that what Jake Jill and Jocking Off? Jake Jill and Jerking Off, whatever his name is, Debbie? Is that the movie you're watching? Zodiac Killer with Jake Jerking Off, whatever his name is, Gyllenhaal. He's a pretty good actor, I know. Jake Gyllenhaal, I don't know what his name is. You're cleaning? Yeah, I got some cleaning to do too. I was in my shed. I got a bunch of stuff and threw it away. All kinds of cobwebs and everything in there. I really got to get into that shed. And I had so much stuff from garage sales and stuff. I'm just throwing it away. If anybody's watching this and lives here, there is a carpet cleaner out there. It works, but the hose don't work on it. The carpet cleaner itself works, but the hose has got holes in it and everything. I sprayed the whole hose with Flex Seal. It works, but it's not the great. I got 3 carpet cleaners. I don't need 3 of them. I don't need 3 of them, so I'm throwing one away. All right, let me see. A real documentary miniseries. Oh, it's not with Jake Gyllenhaal or whatever his name is. That movie, which I have that movie on DVD, Zodiac Killer, right? Yeah, and that was an interesting case. That was one where he was always one step ahead of the police, and I do believe he was one of the killers, the only killers that actually played games with the police, taunted them and everything. A very sick individual. It's with the real dudes. Oh my God. I haven't seen it, Debbie. I only seen the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's with the real dudes. I seen the one you have, though. Yeah, with Yeah, that was a pretty good one too, Deb. That was a pretty good movie too. Zodiac Killer. Ah, excuse me. It takes about 4 or 5 hours for this UFO to charge up, and then it'll be flying around town. Everyone, oh my God, what is it? It's my creation. It's the one thing they wanted but couldn't get. Oh, we're making movies here, man. It's just a UFO. It's nothing big. It's simple stuff. Anybody that knows anything about uh, RC or anything can make one of these things. But anyways, oh God, what a day. Okay, or oh yeah, do you know he taught school and how to make those graphs that he liked? Yeah, he also was. They think he was a military guy, which would be a radio guy or Navy, because he used certain codes. When he wrote his letters, he used codes that were military or like Boy Scout uh, codes, right? That's why it took so long for them to decode it, because uh, they couldn't figure out what was going on until they figured it must be a military code. And he taught kids in school on those graphs. Yeah. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. That's the only killer that got away. He's the only one that got away. They think they now they think that they finally know who the Zodiac killer was, but I don't know. Right? He was the only one that did massive damage. He sent letters to news companies. He called. He sent letters to the police. He was one step up ahead of them. He probably was one of the best of nut jobs that they couldn't catch. Now, like I said, there's a couple, and not one. Everything he did, there was no DNA left behind. None. So when people say it's impossible to kill someone like in the Delphi murders and not leave evidence, that's not true. That's not true. It's not true at all. So we're all getting attacked. Even my I wonder if they tried to poison my family too. I'm not sure. I think we got some moles that are poisoning. We'll have to find out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just wanted to come on here and explain to you that Delphi Killer could be somebody right underneath our noses, which we all know is true. And there was many involved. We know that too. Um, yeah. I watch Gone Girls. I don't know what Gone Girls are. I've never seen it. All Wrexham. Yeah. There was another cuckoo. Yeah. Yeah. Well, it is scary, right? Yeah, I agree with you. The tortured alone, yikes, yeah. Well, a lot of these people have been poisoning people. We can't, they couldn't figure out how. And I'm like, well, it's got to be someone within the families. Uh, we got moles. And then they caught on. And well, you're probably right. Yeah, it was probably, that one tarot reader. I don't know if she's a tarot reader or not. not sure, but she was saying it's somebody within around your family or somebody that claims to be, and they were right. It was just horrible. But we're on to it now. No, it wasn't the Kramer family. We had nothing to do with it. We were the victims. But like I said, the moles got to go. I'm really sorry. They tortured alone. Yikes. The torture alone was probably horrible. The pain that a lot of us have been feeling is just horrible. Uh, well, why? Why would they do this? I don't know. Probably because some of these guys that I didn't know about, they didn't want me to know about it, right? They told me, Mr. Kramer, these guys didn't want you to know because they knew what you would do if you found out what they did. They can't come to you and tell you. And they're right. If I would have found out at that time what these people were doing, the government is right. They probably would have never found these people. And that's what we're going to keep doing here. Right? I agree with them 100%. Right? What a movie it's going to make. It's unbelievable. All right, I got a couple more hours and this UFO will be charged and flying around the skies of America. Don't. You folks ain't getting this UFO. Debbie, do you think it's green enough? You think that'll show up in the sky? It should be. I mean, they've been seeing it all over the world. It's unbelievable. It's just phenomenon. So, all you bad guys out there in America, turn yourselves in before it gets too crazy. Like I said, they're saying we're going to war. I hope not, because we can't afford a war in our own country. We would rather just end it real quick and rebuild. And that's what we will do. There's no doubt about it. It's already come up from the higher echelon, so we will do it. It'll look like Swiss cheese after we're done here. But sometimes you got to do what you got to do to make sure morals, integrity, God, and everything stays in place. All right, I gotta get off this contraption. We will now, folks. Like I said, this is going to be a chain reaction in America with the earthquake, right? Well, we're going to be expecting one out here pretty soon. Why? Because they're all connected. It's a chain reaction. So if there's an earthquake out in California, it won't be long before other fault lines start rumbling. So we need our emergency disaster teams ready. We might even need the National Guard and stuff to be ready. Uh, I don't know why they ever lied to us. I don't know. And this could be two things that's going on. Someone's using a weapon that we had on the shelf a while back and they pulled it out and used it or stole it. I noticed this. We've been going through inventory and we're missing a lot of stuff in my military. So it's possible. So, what do I think? Well, it's hell's bells. That's what I think. And it's, as Uncle Ted Nugent said, well, it's a free for all, baby. And that's where it's gone. There's nothing that can stop this. If they turn themselves in, it would stop it. If they hand everything back, if they turn everything over, yeah, it probably would stop it. We'd end it. But we're still going to change America, folks. There's too many animals on the loose. I'm really sorry. Too many people like Zodiac Killer, like Miss Debbie Fox is talking about right now, Rex Herman and all them, right? Millions and millions of them in America. Our job is to stop it. And that's what we did. Right? Now I got a couple more hours before this giant UFO is charged up. And flying around, observing everything. How did you create? Don't worry about what I do. Worry about yourselves. Worry about yourselves. Don't worry about me. I'm already gone. I'm speaking to you from a higher place. I'm speaking to you. I love it. These movies, I can do this all day. I write these movies all day. Improvise, act. I can do what they do. I can do what they do. I also can go real life, right? We got the power. We got the ball. We got everything. We got the green lights. I wish it was just a movie, but it's turning. I do things under radar and everything. Where it's called Top Secret Black Ops Division 4, right? Nobody knows who I am. No one's heard of me before, except for certain movie creators and music people. And even then, they said I was a legend. No, I'm not the legend. It is the King, God Almighty, King of all kings. That is the real legend. Now, you folk, don't you tell me what to do, Miss Debbie Fox. I heard you. Oh, Johnny. Johnny is also a super soldier. No, I am nothing of that. I am an American citizen. I am not a super soldier. I'm not a super soaker soldier. I ain't none of this stuff except for a United States citizen, a patriot, the most powerful thing ever in this country. No, I don't have no chips. I don't have no brain chips. Not inside me. No. There are no brain chips. I'm going to tell you folks one more time. There is no brain chips. In order for you to have a brain chip, you would have to connect every single optical nerve to a brain chip. It is impossible. Don't believe these people. Maybe in the future, but right now, there are no brain chips. The only brain chip that Ernie Shell is talking about is the brain chip in his head that don't exist, right? I spent 50 million on a telescope just to look inside these guys' brains. There ain't nothing. And I told the government, 50 million? I can look at this guy and tell you there ain't nothing in there. I spent 100 million to look inside some of these country rappers' brains, right? Both of them, Calhoun and Upchurch. I told them I can look at these guys and tell you exactly what's in there. Nothing. It's rattling around. That's it. See that? Hear that? You want me to spend 100 million of the people's money to look inside their brains when this is what I'm hearing when we? I don't think so. I'm not going to do it, and I didn't. Of course, I got fired. But then they turned around and rehired me, and then I was fired again. And now all of a sudden they called me, and now that you're on, well, I refuse to take the job. I'm making a movie, right? Starring the super soaker soldier himself, Mr. Ernie Shell. And this is unbelievable. People all around cannot figure out how I do it. And I don't do it. It is God who does it, not me. God. I don't know what to tell you, folks. My movie is done. I've spent enough on this. I've done enough. Debbie, don't start with me, woman. This is what I heard, right? They're like, we want you to look at Mr. Ernie Shell. I'm like, what's the problem? They're like this. I'm like, what's that? They're like, we're rattling his head around. I'm like, I'm not spending no money on this. I can tell you what's in there. Marbles. And they were like, oh my God, let's x-ray them. And sure shit, marbles in there. So I can't spend American people's money to be looking in these idiots' brains. I just can't do it. I can't do it no more. Now, I want to thank Miss Debbie. What'd she say? I got my chip from Elon. Elon Musk don't even know what he's talking about. Jesus Christ. Don't these people know that in order to do what Elon is talking about, for one, it's never done. For two, the surgery instruments are not there yet. The technology is not there. You have to, every optical cervical nerve has to be connected to a chip in order for you to function. That will connect it to his brain. It ain't gonna work. It ain't gonna work. It'll work for certain things, but it ain't gonna control the body completely. I don't know what I got to do with these people. I'm done with this madness. We're this close. If I show you my fingers, there's about a centimeter there of just letting it all go up, and we'll start over. Right now, my UFO is almost done charging. Once it is done charging, it will be doing recon in American, right? An American recon flyby. Don't shoot at it, because if you do, I don't know what'll happen. I really don't. This thing does whatever I tell it. I know everyone. It's growing green. It sure is. That's the uranium that keeps it moving, keeps it firing. Ah, my God, what can you do? Nothing. It's already been created. It's already been created. You're looking at the prototype right there. It does fly. Is there anything you want to say, Miss Debbie Fox? Anything? Anybody out there? You're talking about Elon, but yet you have a flying UFO. Well, I can tell you what Elon don't have is this green glowing UFO. And I know Elon's very pissed. How did Johnny Kramer get it? Johnny Kramer is a scientist. You guys should be thanking God Almighty, much like you should have thanked Howard Hughes, Uncle Nikola Tesla, and great great granddaddy Ben Franklin, and many of them that I was so called related to. Debbie, don't even talk to me right now. I'm so disgusted at you right now. After the photo that you showed me of a voodoo doll of me with long hair, good God, woman, I knew it was you all along. Now I'm going to need my tusk back and my Godzilla. No, it's not funny, woman. This is serious stuff. You're always complaining to me because I'm never serious. I'm like a child. Well, now I've grown up. And now you see. This is all your fault, Miss Debbie Fox. If you wouldn't have behind the scenes kept telling me you're like a teenage kid, quit with this stuff. Quit it. Well, this stuff has created the most incredible UFO ever seen in the world, and soon it will be charged and flying everywhere amongst you. I don't know what to tell you. Now, I'm going to have to tell you this much. I'm not spending no more money looking into Upchurch's brain, because when I put a telescopic thing up against it, whatever them doctors use, I'm like, give me something to listen to these people's brains inside. And I put that thing up to their head, and this is what I heard. I'm like, yeah, I can't spend 100 billion looking inside that kid's brain. Marbles or rocks, I'm not sure. And then everybody, oh my God, Mr. Kramer, this is unbelievable. I'm like, yeah, I just can't do it. And they're like, next. And I came walking up. That was Calhoun. That was the country rapper Calhoun and everything. And they're like, what do you think? And I looked at him. I said, he looks all right. Let's see. And then I put that pathoscope or whatever it is at them doctor. First, I breathed on it because I didn't want it to be cold. And then I put it against his head. This is what I heard. I was like, yeah, this is another case that we don't have to spend 50 trillion on. I've solved it. And everyone was, oh my God, this is incredible. I had surgeons and everybody all around the world clapping for me and everything. This was done right on the microscope. That's what they kept telling me, right? We want to spend what is inside Upchurch's brain. And as soon as I did this, marbles. And they were all, my God, this is unbelievable. This kid is just unbelievable. And they they're all clapping. All right, now I must go. Hello, Miss Rebecca Ann. How you doing? Now you be safe, little lady, because they've been using voodoo, witchery, sorcery. They've been praying to the Satan himself. They say it's God, but we're like, no, we got evidence. It's the devil. They were blinded by the devil. They've been praying to the devil, and he's been attacking us. And it's on now. It's on. So, like I said, folks, tonight, maybe tomorrow, this week, you will see before the storms come. Oh, folks, we got some super storms coming in to the USA this weekend. Please hunker down. Keep an eye on the weather for this weekend. She's building up already. Yeah, I know on all of us, Rebecca. On me too. On me too. But we're going to keep pushing on as long as we can, Lord, because we love life. So, my next thing, which they wanted me to investigate, our own Debbie Fox, but I can't. I told them I'm gonna have to outhouse that one. I'm gonna have to send it somewhere else because I can't do this right now with her. She's too crazy. She's like a Tasmanian devil. I told them if they catch her, then I will interrogate her alone because she will feel more comfortable with me alone in a private bedroom. We'll see. I'm not sure yet. Which they're saying that you hear this when you shake Debbie Fox, but I was like, I don't think it's marbles in her head. I think it's something else lower inside of her that she's been hiding in there. But I'm going to get it out. I'm going to find out what it is. I hear it. It's in there. It's in there. I'm going to get it. I'm going to have to dig deep, but I'm going to get that. I hear it. Now, hold on a minute, folks. I got a message coming in from a higher echelon. One of my top branch mods. Hold on a minute. One of my higher ups sent me a photo. They're already making voodoo dolls of me. I cannot believe this. I want to thank you for showing me that, Toby. This is unbelievable. Oh my God. Hold on, folks. I got another message I got to check out here real quick from my higher ups. All right, folks. I'm going to show you this photo of this voodoo thing that was made. And this is what I've been dealing with. If I don't do what these women tell me, they do this voodoo stuff on me. I am literally a hostage to this woman and her voodoo. Voodoo does she do. Debbie, you want me to show the receipts? I think I'll show the receipts. You're very, very sick. I think you need to spend some time with me. I need to get these things that are stuck inside you. Which cavity, I'm not sure, but that's what they pay me to do is go in with a mining hat and a wetsuit. And I will get whatever that is rattling around in there. I will find it. Miss Debbie, are you here? That's what I thought. She already took off, Rebecca Ann. She knew. She knew. Beautiful day here in Indiana. Yeah, it's pretty nice out. I had to go over to my mother's, Rebecca Ann, and rake up some leaves out of her garden. Got that all ready. Loaded up my car with a bunch of junk. Threw that out. Uh, yeah, that's a good day. Now, we are going to be going door to door here. We're going to be checking everything out. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff here. Now, like I said, if you see this green alien ship flying around out here, do not shoot at it. Once again, right? You folks that shot down a military U.S. drone on U.S. land here, boy, you guys are in deep crap. We're looking for you guys. I wouldn't shoot anything down. I don't know why you guys were listening to anybody. Don't shoot nothing down over the United States of America. Nothing. Nada. Boy, these guys are idiots. They're real idiots, Debbie. this the receipts. I got the receipts, girl. You want me to show that? This is one of the voodoo dolls that they're using. She's sweet. Oh, only if you knew, Miss Rebecca Ann. That's what she did to all yous, is made you think she was the sweetest thing in the world. Johnny Kramer is such a monster. When all the documentation and all the receipts were written and looked at and all the messages from the government, they're like, Mr. Kramer, for once, had nothing to do with nothing. I was like, I told you. I told you. You silly, silly boys. So we are hot on it. We're getting to it here. I'm going to show you one of these dolls. It's just horrible what they've done to me. This woman, I would have let it go if I was bedding down with this woman and we were in a relationship for over a month. I probably would have let her get away with this voodoo stuff, but I'm going to show you. No, I'm showing the receipts, Debbie. God, I'll probably have nightmares about this. Every time I see this, it scares me. Now, I want some of you folks, before I show you this is very graphic, horrifying, horrifying. So please, warning, graphic material. It's a voodoo doll of me. I can't believe it. And I was in love with her. I was madly in love with her. I could have loved her for 8 hours straight. But it's just too crazy. I can't do it. I'm going to show you this. No, Debbie, it's about time I showed the world. Oh my God. Close your eyes. This is horrible. What is, oh my God. Ah, I feel it right now. It's in me. Oh my God. Quit it, Debbie. Just quit it. Look at it. Look at, this is what they've found. This is what they have been doing to me. You get a close look at this world. I want the Pentagon and everybody to see this. Look at what this has done to me. Look at this. This is a voodoo doll. That's the Johnny doll. That is what she's been using against me. She's like, you're going to do everything I say. I am not going to do anything. Ow! And she makes myself hit me in the head. Then she's poking me with stuff. Then she's like, I want you to touch yourself. I'm like, I am not going to touch myself. And ow! She hits me. She's forcing me to do all this stuff bad. I can't do it no more. I don't want to do it no more. I know. I'm going to need a psychiatrist after looking at this. This is just horrible. Look at what she has done. I'm not even going to show you the other one that she sent. I'm not. No, that was me to the T. You just seen it right here live on my channel. That was me as a voodoo doll. How dare you, woman? After I soiled my loins for you. Never again. This is unreal. But this investigation goes on. Now, I got another hour for my UFO that you guys are looking at. That is glowing green. It's almost done charging. Then it will be flying in amongst the skies. I've already looked in Ernie Shell's head. This is the recording of what we got. It was like an earthquake going on. It was like a bag of jingle jangles. It was just jangling and a jingling. I can't spend money on that. Psychiatrists are calling me. What do you think it is? I don't. Let's hear it. Yeah, dumber than a box of rocks. So I'm not spending no more money on this movie. Now, I hope Mr. Shell and the rest of these people find a new way of income. You're going to need it. Get out of the crime solving business. Right? And some of you out of the music business. And out of the movie business. This is my show. My ship. I'm sorry. Now, Debbie, is there anything you want to say? Because that's enough evidence to put you away for a long time. Long time. Them voodoo dolls are serious stuff in America, woman. Well, you want to see it again? You want to see the receipts? You want to see the receipts? Huh? Johnny Kramer ain't got no receipts. I'm going to show you the receipts one more time. Yes. You've seen it for yourselves. It took me a while to hunt it down. No, I'm not sure if we're seeing this at other crimes. Now, I know that one of these were found at the Zodiac Killer. Now, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But if that ain't Johnny Kramer right there, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. Well, thank you for saying that my Johnny Kramer voodoo doll is cute. Thank you very much. But you're missing the point, Miss Rebecca Ann. I have been suffering for the past 5 years. This little woman ran me up and down, inside and out. Everything that I don't want. Wait a minute. She's sending me a message. Answer her now or else. Don't tell me how to answer. Ow, son of a. Dang it, Debbie. Stop with your voodoo magic. Hold on, folks. Let me answer this message. Oh my God, woman, how dare you? Folks, I'm going to show you another. This woman just won't stop. How long are you going to play with my heart? How long are you going to put with it? If that ain't a Johnny Kramer doll. Did you get that off Amazon? I'm going to someone check Amazon, see if they're selling them Johnny Kramer dolls again for $19.99. You ain't getting away with this, Debbie. You and your magic witches and everything are not getting away with this. Don't tell me to shut up or else. How dare you? Oh, you. Ow! Debbie, I'm telling you, if I get a hold of you, I'm going to eat your butthole completely out, all the way through your throat and come out your nostrils. And that's what I'm. Son of a. Ow! Quit me. Debbie! This ain't the. Oh, my God. All right. All right. I give. I give. Quit pushing me around. Quit hitting me with your special magic and your witches and goblins and goblins. I'm done with this. You folks have seen enough evidence. You have seen enough evidence on this channel. Oh, now I'm gross. All right. We can play that game. We can play that game. Right? Remember that, Deborah. Oh, you will remember that. Now, I'm going to go, ladies and gentlemen, because I got more investigating to do and more crime to fight. And they're talking. Is Johnny Kramer the next Don DeLuise? I might be. We don't know. I love Don DeLuise. He was a great actor, funny man, and he was in a movie where he became everything. He was captain of him. Dun dun dun. Hello. You folks have a great day. I got to get out of here. Debbie, stop with your threats. Stop with your voodoo dolls. Stop, stop, stop. Good God, woman, turn yourself into me so I can book you and get you in place. Good God, this is horrible. Just stop, Debbie. It's gone too far with your magic and everything. It's just gone too far. The voodoo that you do so well. You folks have a great day. I will be back once we find out some more information on all the madness that's going on in our country. And remember, we're always watching. Now, you guys keep an eye in the sky for the UFOs tonight. I have a feeling they'll be around. God bless everybody. You folks have a great night. Be safe. I'll talk to you later. You might see my magic mushroom flying in the skies.